Welcome to Morning Joan, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and dish out the tea on all things entertainment. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you, and we're starting off with some exciting updates from the music world. You might remember the British indie rock duo Wet Leg, who took the world by storm with their debut album in 2022. Well, they're back with a brand new album, and it's already generating quite the buzz. I had the chance to sit down with one half of the duo, Rhian Teasdale, to talk about their latest release. It turns out that Rhian is feeling quite empowered by her newfound ability to express herself freely in her music. She opened up about how writing love songs to her non-binary partner has been a game changer for her, and how it's allowed her to explore new themes and emotions in her songwriting. I have to say, it's really beautiful to see an artist being so honest and vulnerable about their experiences. We also talked about the inspiration behind some of the songs on the album, including one called Jennifer's Body, which was inspired by the 2009 horror film of the same name. Rhian shared with me how rewatching the film as a queer person gave her a new perspective on the storyline and characters, and how that influenced her writing. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Joan, what about Hester, the other half of Wet Leg? Why isn't she doing interviews? Well, it turns out that Hester has decided to take a step back from the promotional cycle this time around, and Rhian is totally supportive of her decision. It's great to see the two of them prioritizing their own needs and well-being, especially in an industry that can be so demanding. Overall, I'm really excited about Wet Leg's new album, and I think you will be too when you hear it. The songs are catchy, energetic, and full of heart, and Rhian's lyrics are as witty and insightful as ever. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We're diving to the world of reality TV, and I've got a juicy update for you all. If you're a fan of Love Island USA, you won't want to miss this. The Season 7 finale has just wrapped up, and we have our winners, Amaya Espinal and Brian Ernales. Congratulations to the happy couple on taking home that $100,000 cash prize. Now, for those who might not be familiar with the show, Love Island USA is a reality dating series where contestants live together in a beautiful villa, trying to find love and win over the hearts of their fellow islanders. This season has been quite dramatic with some unexpected twists and turns. Two islanders were even kicked off the show after past racist posts resurfaced, which definitely changed the dynamics of the season. Despite some challenges and controversies, fans still tuned in to see who would be crowned the winners. And it's no surprise that Amaya and Brian took the top spot. They've had a strong connection throughout the season, and their chemistry is undeniable. But don't worry if you missed out on the drama, there's still more to come. The show's host, Ariana Madix, announced that there will be a reunion special airing on Peacock on August 25th, hosted by herself and Andy Cohen. If you're curious about what went down behind the scenes, or want to relive some of the season's most memorable moments, mark your calendars for that reunion. It's sure to be filled with shocking revelations and juicy gossip. And who knows, we might even get some updates on what our favorite islanders are up to now. That's all for today's tea on Love Island USA. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darlings. We've got one more juicy story to dish out before we wrap up today's show. Can we talk about Tom Hiddleston's latest project, The Life of Chuck? Oh, come on, you know I'm excited. So it seems that Mike Flanagan's movie adaptation of the Stephen King story, starring the dashing Tom Hiddleston, is coming soon to streaming. The film opened in limited release in theaters on June 6, and expanded to a wide release on June 13. But for those who missed it on the big screen, don't worry, darling. The Life of Chuck is expected to be released on digital streaming, via premium video on demand on Tuesday, July 29. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joan, what's the film about? Well, let me tell you. The official summary reads, "From the hearts and minds of Stephen King and Mike Flanagan comes The Life of Chuck, the extraordinary story." It's a genre-bending tale that celebrates the life of Charles Chuck Krantz as he experiences love, loss, and all the multitudes contained in us. And with an all-star cast, including Jacob Tremblay, Benjamin Pajak, and Cody Flanagan, this film is sure to be a must-see. But don't just take my word for it, sweethearts. The critics are raving about the life of Chuck, giving it an 81% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And audiences are loving it too, with an 88% fresh score on RT's popcorn meter. As one critic put it, the life of Chuck refreshingly defies the norm, delivering a heartfelt, non-linear experience that brings joy in the form of a dancing Tom Hiddleston. I mean, who doesn't love a dancing Tom Hiddleston? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Joan, this all sounds too good to be true. But trust me on this, darlings. The Life of Chuck is a film that will make you laugh, cry, and maybe even dance along with Tom Hiddleston. So, mark your calendars for July 29 and get ready to stream this fabulous film. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.